So check out these Illinois everbearing mulberries. Should not be in fruit right now. I didn't even know I was going to do a video today at all. And patients are happy. So let's look at this blood orange that has been so miserable and unhappy. And it is like no droop at all now. Everything is perked up after so much rain and dumping guinea pig bedding there and all kinds of stuff, mulch and whatever we could to try to seal it, because there could have been some air pockets down there causing, you know, maybe the roots to dry out or something. And so a combination of all the rain and the watering we've done manually, it looks like it's made a pretty much a fourth. So let's get to the main reason I decided to make a video today. Remember our largest and most expensive avocado tree we planted on raised bed number 2 here, full of weeds. Check this out though. I just looked earlier today and I said, what are them leaves right there? Hidden under some of these weeds, it's got some leaves from the avocado tree here. I mean, there's some yellow at the top, some green, some black, that, you know, areas that have obviously died. But above the graft here, it's got healthy looking leaves. Just it was hidden. So it has survived so far. Does that mean it can't go downhill and just die? I mean, that's possible. But it's also possible it can make a full recovery. These are fantastic avocado, and they are fantastic, really good. Put a little salt on them, perfect. They taste like scrambled eggs. When we look at the first avocado we planted in the ground, you know, nice healthy leaves, but it's usually where the weeds or the, you know, Mexican tithonias and, you know, sweet potatoes and all kind of shaded over where it survives. So in hindsight, we probably should have put some kind of shade tent or something over top of it so that we could prevent it from just burning, and maybe over time have it get used to the full sun. You know, because when it goes up in the air 20, 30, 40 foot, it's going to be in full sun. There's no weeds that are going to shade it, but it needs to get to that point first. Look at these cool looking mushrooms. I need to get my 3D camera out and get some 3D photos of these guys here. They look so cool. About 2 videos back, these tops were drooping like crazy. So this is our little guavas. Lemon Cattleya guavas, strawberry Cattleya guavas, whatever. Yellow Cattleya guavas. And just waiting for them to, the fruit to get big enough and ripen. See if we can taste them before the animals get to them. Since we looked at those other 2 avocados in the ground, let's go ahead and look at the one we have in the wettest area on our property. Looks like it's got some bug damage or something there, but it's hard to tell. Just, you know, there's so much shade here. Could have some kind of fungal issues or anything from when, you know, where we get condensation and stuff dew on the, you know, on the trees and then the ground early in the morning. Then the sun comes out really late and maybe doesn't pull all that moisture off of the plant. Remember, we got a dead spot there, you know. But if this guy survives, thrives, whatever, he could create more shoots later on. And I don't know. We'll just see how it goes. The other plant that's always struggling, the Duncan grapefruit that we put here. And I'll note one thing, it's fixing to bloom again. So it's, you know, we got a heck of a rain last night. And it doesn't look great, but it's not that droopy. It's just not super happy. Let's just like that avocado, we gotta wait and see how it's gonna be. And if we catch it drooping because we don't get enough rain and too much sun or whatever, we'll just water it as needed, and hopefully it'll make a recovery after this summer. Unfortunately for a panhandle pawpaw seedling, it dropped all of its fruit pretty fast. We do have between like 3 and 5 fruit on our Tennessee seedlings. We've eaten from them several times and it wasn't very good. It tasted closer to an avocado than anything else. And a lot of people said, well, It needs to fruit for so many years. You need to fertilize it. Eventually the fruit will get bigger instead of these little like 2-inch fruits. So we fertilized it really well. We will see if the fruit doesn't fall off early or a squirrel or something doesn't get it before we get to taste it and see it. I have my doubts about that pawpaw tree. One thing I'll note too about our citrus trees, okay, all these yellow ones are last year's, you know, grapefruits and stuff, they're still hanging. Very few actual new fruit are still hanging on this one and the citramella, and probably other citrus trees. Because of the drought, I think the fruit just dropped like crazy. I don't think we got a whole lot of citramella fruit last year, but probably time to start fertilizing and getting it happy again. But we don't even have to fertilize this grapefruit. It's usually packed full of hundreds of grapefruit, but like I said, the drought just tore it up. There's quite a few sambokins on here, but still not like it was last year or the year before. And we had been planning to get like commercial citrus bags to sell our citrus in, because we made pretty good money. And we noticed that when you have them in those mesh plastic bags, they sell a lot better. And this is our red navel. You know, what have we got, like 15 to 20 on here? Not very good. Better than nothing, but yeah, we have to lower our sales expectations, I guess. December, January, February. So when are we gonna start back working on the age wood chip raised beds or post mycorrhizal raised beds and planting stuff in the ground? Mosquitoes, yellow flies, heat, humidity, off and on floating rain has probably made that impossible until the summer is over. We really need to get a pollinator for this big pear tree here. And we have a pollinator, we just haven't planted it in the ground yet. And it still could be years before it produces flowers. So we have 2 grafted avocados left to find a bed for or build a bed for. Then we have 2 or 3 seedling avocados to potentially plant out in the next year or 2. We have a few more pineapple guavas, not grafted, just seedlings, that we need to find a place for. And then, you know, we have that extra chestnut. I have no idea what we're going to do with that. And a few other odds and ends that we need to figure out if we're going to plant, where we're going to plant them, including 2 different types of mulberries.